You guys have absolutely been loving the videos where I kind of go over the top 3 subdivisions to pick in a specific city. So in today's video, I'm going over Littleton, Colorado, one of the supposedly best places to live in the Denver, Colorado metro area. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that. But before we get started, you guys know the drill. I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been interested in relocating and you need some assistance in that, I would love to help you guys out. My number and email are popping up. But if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos all about the relocation process, the different cities, and everything pretty much Denver, Colorado, every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So I would love to have you guys as a subscriber to the family. But let's get started in today's video. Alright guys, getting right into it. You have probably seen my videos in the past about Littleton, Colorado. If you haven't, highly suggest going through this video and then checking out those videos once you're done here. If you are interested in Littleton, I have some about like everything you need to know and some home tours in there too. So you have tons of options when it comes to videos about Littleton. But in today's video, I am doing some, I wouldn't say top 3 necessarily, but these are some of the more popular neighborhoods, and not in any specific order, but just something that I would highly suggest you look into if you are interested in Littleton, Colorado. And the first one's gonna be Roxborough Park. Roxborough Park is pretty much the most south you can go when it comes to Littleton, Colorado. It's like kind of in its own little world in a way, but I think for some people that's really what they're looking for. They're not necessarily looking to be in the hustle and bustle, super close to Denver, all of that. Roxborough Park is still part of Littleton, and you still get those Littleton school districts and things like that if that's really important to you, and you still have access to all the Littleton amenities essentially, but you are a little bit further out, kind of in your own private world, which again, some people really love. The thing about Roxborough Park is you also have tons of different options when it comes to different types of housing. So whether you're looking for townhomes, single family, a golf course lot, all of these are going to be in Roxborough Park. And then you also have some older homes, and then you also have so I would say maybe 70s, 1970s, then you have some like 2010, and then you even have new builds. I was looking the other day at the inventory out there, and it was, I think, $500,000 for a brand new home. So for somebody that's looking to move, and that's a single family home also, just want to mention that, not a townhome or anything like that, a single family home where you can really start if you're a first time home buyer, start your home buying process and journey and build up from there. Or if you're just looking to get into the Colorado market, obviously you guys know I'm not shy to say that the Colorado market is not affordable by any means. $500,000 is still very expensive, but in the grand scheme of the Denver market, $500,000 is definitely below the average price point here in Denver, Colorado. Average price point I would say is around $650,000 right now for a single family home, but it can get you started, which I think is really important, especially for a lot of you guys that just want to kind of dip your toe into Colorado. Maybe don't even want to, it's not that you can't afford more, but you just want to see what it's like, turn it into investment property. If Colorado doesn't work out for you for some reason, it's gonna work out for you, because who doesn't love Colorado? But that's just my personal opinion. So that is what's really nice about Roxborough. Another thing that is really nice about it is you are surrounded by tons and tons of kind of like state parks and things like that. So you have 2 state parks in that area. So you are going to have tons and tons of wildlife coming in there, which is something, again, I say it in every video, I love Colorado for that reason. I love the little animals running around. Sometimes I think you'll get turkeys in there, definitely deer. Of course, you're gonna have like the little squirrels and things like that, but the deer are really the most important thing to me personally, but you guys can let me know what your opinions are on that. And then I think I already mentioned, but golf courses in there, you have different price points. You can start at 500,000 again, and then you could go a million plus. I'm sure there's properties in there that have acreage too, just because where you're located, but that is why I love Roxborough. Also, since you are pretty far south, you're about 45 minutes from downtown Denver, so if you don't mind a little bit of a drive. Also a lot of traffic coming in there right now because it's still being built out, but you have all the shopping centers and things that you would possibly need. So you only have about 45 minutes to downtown, and then you probably have at least an hour to get to Denver. Or I'm sorry, not to get to Denver, to get to the Denver airport. That's what I meant. You have about an hour to get to the Denver airport if you take E470. E470 is a toll road. You probably won't have to take that much. And then also another thing that's great about Roxborough, I know I keep going on, but it is really a beautiful community, very up and coming. You're super, super close to the mountains. Like, you have a very short drive. Mountains are basically your backyard there, so that's really nice. Even though you are in the Front Range, you still get the opportunity to have those mountains as your backdrop, your beautiful backdrop while you're living here in Colorado. All right, guys, next option is going to be Caryl Ranch. Caryl Ranch is an amazing option if you're looking to be a little bit more north than the previous neighborhood that we were talking about. So you're probably still on the most western side of Littleton, but you are getting definitely closer up there. And the next neighborhood I'm going to mention is even closer to downtown, but you're about 45 minutes again, maybe like 30, depending on how fast you drive. If you're a fast driver like me, then you'll probably make it in 30. And then you have the airport. That's probably about, again, 45 minutes to an hour, just depending on traffic and things like that. So if you're looking to be closer to downtown and closer to the airport, my next community in Littleton is definitely going to be probably a better option for you. But there's two different parts of Caryl Ranch to keep in mind. So you're gonna have basically the eastern side where you are closer to Littleton, and then you're gonna have a mountain range that kind of blocks it off. I wouldn't even say mountain range. It's like a hill basically that blocks off the western side from the western side of Caryl as well. So the western side is going to be kind of like a little bit more secluded, tucked away, probably another 5-10 minutes added on to that previous time, just because you do kind of have to go around this like hillish, mountainy kind of situation that kind of separates the two eastern and western sides. But if you're looking for something, again, a little bit more secluded, you don't mind the drive and things like that, you want a little bit closer to the mountains, I would definitely suggest that western side. Also, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, a little bit more luxury over there, so keep that in mind too. If you're thinking about being a little bit closer to Denver on the eastern side, you will definitely have a little bit more affordability, probably starting around $550, just depending. And I think that's really a key point to point out, is especially when I've made videos in the past, Caryl is one of the more affordable places to live. But that's something to mention, is there's really just like kind of a two separate entities, I guess, in one, with that separation in between. But Caryl in general, tons of wildlife, especially when you get closer to those mountains, beautiful golf courses, beautiful homes, all different age ranges as well. So whether you're looking to have a home that's maybe built 1990s-ish, you have options when it comes to that. If you're looking for something a little bit more custom, brand new build, they have options for that too. So you pretty much have a wide array of price points, whether you're starting at 500 or if you're heading all the way up to like 2 million plus, really just depends. But those are definitely, I would say, good starter points when it comes to the price points of Caryl. And again, you're just closer to everything compared compared to the Roxborough location where, yeah, you still have your own amenities there and things like that, but it is a little bit further of a drive, kind of in its own, truly its own little island in a way, versus Ken Caryl is definitely closer to everything that you would need amenities wise, and just getting closer to the freeway, getting closer to downtown, getting closer to the airport, all of those things that some people just really need when they're thinking about making the move. And then also you get to be closer to all the Littleton activities that you wouldn't necessarily get in your specific subdivision. So whether you want to head downtown to the historic like Littleton area for date night, or again, Red Rocks is super close. If you guys don't know what Red Rocks is, I would highly suggest you look it up. It's pretty amazing. It's basically a huge rock formation, I guess, built into the side of a mountain, and it is actually our concert venue here. It's super cool. A lot of artists actually say it's their favorite place to perform at, just because like the acoustics are crazy. So you're pretty close to that. I would say maybe like 15-30 minutes, probably closer to 15, just depending on where you are. But these are awesome options when it comes to Littleton. Ken Caryl is definitely a good pick for you. Guys, next area is Caryl Ranch, an absolutely beautiful community heading a little bit more north than the last communities that we were talking about, maybe 20-25 minutes from downtown Denver. So it is an amazing location if you plan to work downtown or you want to have quick access to go downtown, whether it be date nights, things like that. You also are about probably still 40 minutes from the airport. Littleton in general is not very quick. It doesn't have very quick access to the airport. So depending on your lifestyle and what you plan to do, if you travel a lot for work, I don't know that Littleton would be the perfect spot if you're looking for a quick, easy commute, or if you work at the airport. If you don't know, the Denver airport is absolutely massive, so I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this video have either gotten jobs there or work there currently or are planning on working there currently, because there's like 40,000 people that work there, so it's absolutely insane. So a lot of you guys do need quick access. I don't know that Littleton would be that area. If you are looking for quick access, Green Valley Ranch is an amazing option. That is definitely closer to the airport. North Commerce City, Central Park is another option. Parts of Aurora are really good too. So just depends on what you're looking for. But back to Littleton and Caryl Ranch specifically, you are starting around $550 for a single family home and going up well above that. So how it works in there is you have tons of different home options. Whether you're looking for just a typical single family home, you're looking for a lakefront property, they do have lakefront property in there, and or they have golf course properties as well. So you pretty much have it all. You also have a 55 plus area in there as well. So if you are 55 plus or you have a family member that might be thinking about moving to a 55 plus community, that would be another amazing option for them as well. But again, this community is gorgeous. Price points starting at $550 and moving upwards basically. Larger lots in some of them where you're closer to the golf course and closer to the lake as well. Those are going to be larger lots versus your more traditional subdivision is going to be, I would say, average lot size, probably like 6,000. If you guys are looking at homes on Zillow or anything like that, you've probably already seen how the lot sizes can differ, and especially when you're getting into the new homes and things like that. This community doesn't have a lot of new homes. It's pretty established already, so you won't have to worry about anything being built in your backyard that you don't want to be built in the backyard. But it does come with the idea that things are going to be a little bit older, and if that doesn't bother you, then it'll be a great option for you. Also, another thing about this area is that it's close to everything that you need to be close to outside of Denver or downtown Denver, and then also outside of the airport. You have all your shopping centers that you need to be close to, whether you want to head down to Lone Tree to shop at Park Meadows, you want to be close to Cherry Creek, not too far from there. And then you also have your just typical everyday things like shopping for groceries or TJ Maxx, Home Goods, maybe that's just an everyday thing for me, Starbucks, things like that. You have quick access to it all in Caryl Ranch, so I think that it's an amazing option if you're looking for a more easy, convenient lifestyle when looking at Littleton. today's video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, pretty please. It really helps my channel out. And if you're looking for more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. You guys can also check out my channel. I have over, I think, like 50 videos at this point, which is crazy. And then it'll give you guys tons and tons of information all about the cities and suburbs of Denver, Colorado. And until next time, guys, last but not least, I'm a licensed realtor here, so I would love to help you out. My number and email are popping up, so if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. But until next time, bye.